Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 9th of May. So looking at the euro dollar first, and well, the euro's just sat in a range, and it's yesterday was even a smaller range than the previous day even, which should suggest or would suggest that at some point we're gonna break out of this. Now I was drawing previous trend lines, so let's pop in this line across here, and there's one across the highs here, and this is pretty much the scope of waiting for the breakout. Get rid of this other one. There we go, we don't need that anymore. So there we are, and that's where we're pretty much in this range. Whilst in this range it becomes difficult because the price action in that range is, well, very tight. I mean, yesterday was a bit of a joke in terms of the euro dollar there, so we do need to see something move out. It may be that we can take a trade whilst in it, to break it with the hope of it breaking out, but it may be a bit of hope in at the moment. Even if it was to push down to its R1 or up to its S1, it would be pretty close well, certainly in the wider range there, so it wouldn't give us too much of a clue. My preference for the euro has to be to the downside, but I'm not blind to the fact that it keeps coming up, and it's managed to get into that monthly pivot twice. Yesterday didn't even get up to that, which is a suggestion of weakness, and obviously there's a supply around this sort of area, but it depends how much that supply sits for. It may eventually break and we'll push through, but maybe even if it pushes up into its R1 today, I'm not convinced on it, so I'll wait for it to show its hand really. Okay, so a difficult one there for the euro at the moment. So let's look further afield. The pound's been a bit easier. It's been continuing its trend to the downside here at the moment. Finding a bit of support onto the daily 100 moving average maybe. It's broken my original trend line I was looking at across those lows there, and suggesting, well, we could see even more weakness coming through from this. When you're coming down to shorter time frames, it's just really today I should be trading it as easy as this in terms of looking at the break of these lows here. If it starts breaking these lows, well, I'll be trading it down towards the S1 area. It's all set up in a downward trend at the moment. It needs something a bit more cheerful to do something, but I will, as I say, that's where I'm really looking to trade. It's simple as that for the pound at the moment. And yes, range was a bit tighter, but not massively tight yesterday. In fact, it was as good as the previous day there. So looking at the pound as the favoured pairing at the moment, dollar yen, let's have a look at that. We're seeing a bit of strengthening coming through here. There was meetings overnight, and they were talking, the central bank governor talking there about the yen and things being online, and it's continuing to strengthen at the moment, so we can't move away from that. Of course, this is risk off as well, so it's that we're seeing here. So it's as the risk is coming off, it's going into money such as the yen, so that's really why the yen's doing pretty well. What to today? Well, yesterday was a very difficult day if you'd look to trade it, and is today going to be any better? Possibly. I think it's okay so long as you're short on it at the moment. I'm sure it's done all the signs in some signals. I don't know, I was looking to see if it was given signals here at maybe it's showing divergences in terms of the previous lows there, but at the moment I think the downside is the way with that. Aussie dollar, not my favourite intraday currency, and well, today's going to be no exception to that. It's yesterday sold off. It pretty much couldn't break through that weekly pivot, and it's double bottoming ish around where it is at the moment, so maybe if it rolls further from here, it has got a daily pivot above. If it was to pick up any momentum to the upside, well, that would be a target, but really it's bear flag territory here, and it really would be looking for a break of those lows if I was going to trade it. Canadian dollar, bigger picture first, and well, it's broken out of some of this chop I was talking about yesterday, almost. It's not quite, it's trying, but again, it's just tightening up and tightening up on this range. It was a decent channel originally, now it's become a triangle at the end of the channel, or wedge even, and it's looking like that wedge could be breaking to the upside. There's not much there to add on there. It's messy old one through the day yesterday. In fact, in the morning it looked like it was going off nice and clean, and then got messy later on. But again, looking clean at the moment, but an untouched daily pivot, may see it come back for that. Okay, so CAD, and look at a couple of the regularly. I'm just going to look at the euro yen on the. Which is to me, if you were looking at a pair to trade the euro, maybe the euro yen, but even this is got a tight old chop at the moment, so I'll leave that alone. Now the pound yen is the other pairing. It's just been in a continuous almost sell-off point here, but to be fair, the pound dollar is probably a better and simpler, clearer trade for today. So I shall stick with that. Final look at the S&Ps, which have been failing to do anything. Was looking at these yesterday, and well, didn't manage down to the S1. I mean, it's one of those days where it just was in such a tight range already, and it's put in a real tight range at the moment. It looks soft at the moment. I think until we get some sort of deal, and the China, US, this may just continue its big trend downwards there, but very choppy and bitty at times. But we'll see. But at some point, it's probably going to reverse and give us some really big push to the upside. But for now, it's in that downward trend. And if you look at the dailies there, it's sitting right bang on the daily 50 at the moment. A break of that, well, next sort of support area from there, technically, there's around about its monthly S2 there, and those prior highs somewhere in that region, and then maybe the 200. So that's it for me. I wish you a great day. Bye for now.